It's like a 5-step process now.
It's like the nuclear codes. All right, you hold that. You type in that code. I will open Scuba Steve's birthday present to me. He did also send me a video yesterday during my birthday going, I have your present. It just came in the mail today. Like he sent it to show that he had it.
A little late.
No, he had it yesterday.
Yeah. But he knew when you were coming to work. So
no, he said I will drive it to your house. I was like, dude, just bring it tomorrow. So let's open it
I don't know why you're talking, by the way. You have nothing for you.
You didn't give him anything.
You're right. Ever, yeah, he gives him unconditional love, though, right?
See, Scuba knows he always goes,
I support him in his endeavors.
Like, this is like old school.
Endeavors.
Well, look at the date on it, too, though.
1994, Razorback Final Four shirt. Look at this. They won the championship.
April 2nd, though, your birthday in 1994. So I'm sure that was a very important day for you on your birthday, and then winning the Final Four. And then they won the whole tournament that year, too.
They did win the whole thing. That is an awesome gift. Thank you, Scuba Steve.
You're welcome, no problem, dude.
That's very thoughtful. And even if it were a day late. One time, Scuba got me a gift. It was like 3 months late because apparently he got trapped in a boat, and he gave me a picture of a boat that it was trapped on.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Your microphone.
And I believed it was this microphone right here.
That's it.
Yep. Real late.
Are those sleeves going to stay on that shirt?
Those sleeves will not stay on that
I didn't
shirt.
think
But
so.
I love the shirt. But most shirts that I don't wear as a nice shirt are sleeveless shirts.
Whoa, you're going to cut the sleeves off a vintage?
I do most.
It's okay. It's up to him. It's his gift.
Yeah, I do most.
That's tough.
I have the top 10 most unexplained things in American history, which, I don't know. I love, this is not even conspiracy stuff, but it has led to conspiracies. But I love talking about it with you guys because sometimes it's the first you've heard of it, and I like to get your initial responses to it. Okay?
Okay.
Yep.
Please take that as how it's meant. A lovely comment on talking about news stories with my friends.
Okay.
Not talking about stuff that you guys have never heard of because you haven't read about it.
Okay.
Okay. So make sure you didn't interpret it that way.
Got it.
Number 10, the disappearance of the Sauter children. This is 1945. On Christmas Eve, 5 of George and Jenny Sauter's 10 children vanished when their house in West Virginia caught fire. No human remains were ever found, leading to theories that the children were kidnapped before or during the fire. So the Sauter children, they think the fire was a cover-up for a kidnapping because they never found any sort of remains. The children were taken by an organized crime group, possibly tied to the opposition of Mussolini because they were very outspoken.
He's the Italian
leader.
Sure.
Dictator. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
And then all the investigation through it, the evidence was either destroyed or lost, finger quotes, which happens a lot of times. That's what the old shredder is, the paper shredder now. Or sometimes they'll stick bodies in the tree
The
shredder.
wood chippers.
The wood chipper.
Oh, yeah.
Or, because I used to work at Hobby Lobby. Oh, this is a dark one.
What?
I've told this before. It's a dark one, though. But at Hobby Lobby, we had where you threw it in and it burned everything. It crushed it.
Like a crematorium?
Well, first it crushed it, and then it would go and it would burn. But it was a smusher, right? So you put it on the tube, smusher, and then it made it easier to burn.
I mean, that's how you do it.
Well, they robbed our store manager once and put him in there and killed him.
No.
Stop.
I've told this story before.
I don't recall.
Yeah, they put him in the cardboard.
They put him in there.
You knew the guy? He was your manager?
Yes, I didn't work there anymore. I was gone. I haven't gone about a year. But, yeah, he was walking out with the money bags.
What?
They robbed him, put him in that.
I mean, just take the money.
Yeah, why throw him in there?
Now, I'm not giving a reason as to why they should have, but whenever you read stories about documents or tree or they'll take bodies to crematorium or crushers, that's how you get away with stuff. Because you get rid of the evidence.
Okay.
And in crimes, if you don't have a body, like murders, if you don't have a body, it's almost impossible to convict somebody without the body.
Yeah, but I'll just say, like, I don't want retaliation. We're good.
Who are you scared of right now? Mussolini? Dude, been dead forever.
Yeah, he's dead.
Like, bad dude.
I know, but I don't know. Or wear a ski mask or something. Like, you don't have to.
What are you? I don't understand why.
I don't know why they had to put him in the crusher. Just take the money.
Oh, you're still on the Hobby Lobby guy.
Hobby Lobby.
Yeah.
Yes.
You ever thought about getting rid of a body before?
Yeah, and it's usually a crusher, or I don't have the chemicals.
Oh,
a barrel.
Acid?
Because you see that.
Yes.
Sure. So yes.
But you saw how messy that could be on Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
A few more for me than Breaking Bad. I think it is where he's the killer, but he's a good guy.
Dexter?
Yeah, Dexter.
Oh,
he does that a lot.
They mess with that.
Mm-hmm. It's weird too because I got to break all the bones like break arms and stuff off and make it
To
smaller.
make it fit.
Yep.
See, I always think like a deep sea boat. Like there's no way they're gonna find
I hear
anything
you.
out there.
Stuff just washes up though, but you're right. Water eliminates DNA. I mean, you have to like brick them.
You break them,
Chain 'em and brick 'em.
chain them and brick them so they stay at the
You know, I thought
bottom.
the other day I was running by a construction site. Like, what if you put somebody in concrete?
Well,
Oh,
do you know
yeah.
who's hidden in
Oh.
concrete?
Oh,
Were they-
Lion King, Tiger King,
Lion.
Carol Baskin's husband or something.
no, he was fed to the allegedly.
But one of the theories was that
Allegedly.
he was in the concrete. What were you going to say, Bobby?
One of the theories. So the movie, there was a whole movie based on it on Netflix. I bet you I can get you there. And he was head of like the Teamsters, the union. Robert De Niro was in it.
Oh, the Irishman.
Jimmy Hoffa.
Oh.
So they don't know where his body is. So he was a labor union leader. The last time they saw him was like outside of a restaurant in the 70s. They presume him murdered, but it's like we mentioned a minute ago, they never found the body. And if you don't find the body, you don't really have anything.
You have nothing.
And so people think he's buried like under a stadium in the concrete, like things like that. So when did he disappear? 75, is that what it says? And they didn't declare him dead until the 80s. But yeah, I've thought about that stuff. I don't want to have to do it. But do I think I could? That's what you do.
It's just the thought
Chop
of like,
them or you melt them or put
like I've just been thinking like if I wanted to get rid of something, like how would I do that? Where would I put them?
And I think too, like, should I go ahead and get chemicals now when I don't need them? Because where they end up getting you,
Yeah, the carbon copy.
where they end up getting you is, well, this crime happened, so for this crime to have happened, we need to go trace back and see who bought this around this place.
And it's
You
you.
know,
at
it
Home
starts with a
Depot.
Google search that they look.
Yeah, so it's like,
Yeah.
should I just kind of get ready now, even though I hope I never have to
so
do
how
it?
much time do you have to wait if you get it now? How much
I'd
time do
say
you have to
10
wait?
years.
Forever. You never know what's going to happen.
I know, but what if something comes up tomorrow and you're like, okay, got all this stuff.
Well, I can't
but
use
you
those
just-
chemicals. It's
right.
too early.
So you're like, oh,
I got to go find a
different plan.
wood chipper. I could probably find one of those
Oh
much
my
cheaper.
God.
So I'm gonna have to buy a boat like now.
You don't think you're gonna get flagged for buying a wood chipper?
yeah.
But if I buy it now and I use it in 7 years, no. Because I'll just chip wood on Instagram a couple times to show I use it. Anyway, that was number 10. They never found out what happened to those kids, ever. They were just gone.
Yeah, and it's too late now. That was, you said, the 40s.
Yep.
It's too late.
Number 9, the Montauk Project, which was the inspiration for Stranger Things.
Oh.
So I don't want to make this a conspiracy theory thing, but theories claim the U.S. military conducted secret experiments on mind control, time travel, and interdimensional portals at Camp Hero in Montauk, New York. Now, we did talk about, I think on yesterday's, was that yesterday we were talking about MK Ultra?
Yeah. Yesterday.
So it was an extension of the MK Ultra experiments. So there are documents that you can go that were redacted and hidden that are now, you have to like look to find them, but you can see where they were trying to figure out if some of this stuff was real or not. And it's a bit now of government disinformation and urban legend and some real information and fabricated stories. But the thing you do is you just put so many stories out there and so many fake ones, people just believe everything's fake. It's like the best way to lie. Have a little bit of, we need a little bit of truth, but then you just cover it up with. So that is what Stranger Things is kind of based on. That what they call it, the other side.
The other side.
The upside down.
The upside down. Thank you.
Dang.
Yeah, like that's
Yeah.
that was an extension of MK Ultra, but they don't have enough information on it to go to say what they found.
Do you think we'll ever do time travel?
Oh my God.
Like, if it's not even done yet, do you think we'll
No,
ever
stop.
figure that out? Come on.
It's something I think about a lot.
But don't you say if we had, you would?
No, we don't have it. I'm not saying if we have it yet. Like, do you think? Let's assume we don't have it yet.
But I think you're thinking of time travel as in time is linear, which
Yeah,
most
Back
of
to
us
the Future.
do. I hear you. I would think of time travel in the way of splitting timelines, meaning in Back to the Future, he couldn't see himself. He saw himself. Boom, the world explodes, kind of. That happens in a lot of time travel movies. You can't see yourself because then you know. Where you could probably, if it were to be found and happen, you would just be in a split timeline more so than in the same timeline, and that there are infinite timelines that are actually happening where you're doing all these different things based on every singular decision you ever made. So
I tried so hard to follow you.
but I don't, because I'll do this for a long time.
Yeah.
And because I love talking about it.
But
like a
back to the-
multiverse.
Yes.
But
yes.
Back to the Future, linear, one timeline, one life. No.
What's your question?
If you think we'll ever develop a time machine.
I used to think that if there was a time machine, that I would come back and tell myself I'd break the rules to do that, and that I would know.
What if you tried to break the rules and they wouldn't let you? So
I don't think that's the case. I think,
You would never be normal if you told yourself.
but here's the thing. I don't think it's about telling myself. Do I think I've done that? No. But do I think that I have made some decisions that I look back at and go, man, like, for some reason I got extremely educated in this one specific part, and then all of a sudden I need to make a decision based on what I was extremely educated in and knocked it out of the park. Why in the world did I make that decision? Do I think I would have led me there through things like that instead of, hey, dude, here's an envelope with a secret in it? I think that would have been how I would have done it. Because playing the odds from where I come from to where I am now, that doesn't happen a whole lot, honestly. Like poverty kid in a trailer park, getting to do what I do now, doesn't happen a whole lot. And I think I've earned it all, but there have been some odd times where I decided I'm really going to focus and learn this. I need to learn this and to get better at this. And then an opportunity presented itself to where the skill set that I just developed allowed me to, and then I'm like, what? So I think that would be the presentation to me had I been able to do that. It wouldn't be me showing up under the table being like, hey man, invest in Apple.
But
So
you think this has happened?
no, I don't, but I think that if it would have, and if it has, and if it does in my lifetime, that would have been how I communicated with myself in a very indirect way. So what do I know about the future? We know nothing about the future. We're finding things out all the time, even scientifically, that we never knew. Probably not in our lifetime. Ever. I think everything gets figured out until the earth starts over again. And that's probably happened 3, 4, 5, 6 times where we've gotten to such an advanced civilization, or we've developed, let's just say, let's use nuclear weapons as an example.
Yeah.
Nuclear weapons where we exploded and, well, earth went away and then we have to start over.
Yeah, restart.
And you're starting from scratch. Again, single cell, here we go. So who knows how many times that's happened? But I think if the earth's able to go long enough, yes, because you start to learn more about dimensional, which what I was talking. But don't ask me that question. See, if you ask me that, I'll be here for a while, because I do think about that a lot.
I know.
Especially my theory of, did I help myself? Like, did future me help myself now?
Mm-hmm.
And if I did, it's not how I thought it would be, walking and handing me a note or sending me a text or showing up behind a corner going, hey, come here. It would have been some of the random things that's happened that has encouraged me to do things I probably wouldn't have done, or learn things I probably wouldn't have learned. That's all. That satisfy your answer?
Yeah.
Did you stop listening?
No.
Okay. Number 8, the ghost ship of the SS Orang Medan. It's a hoax, maybe. It's a distress signal from this ship. Claimed that the entire crew was dead. They're like, we're out. When a rescue team arrived, they found the crew frozen, and their expressions were all like ah.
Well, yeah.
that's sad.
Then the ship exploded. So everybody's frozen on it. Then the ship exploded. Theories: carbon monoxide poisoning from a boiler.
Yeah,
That-
but they wouldn't have been.
That they were smuggling chemical weapons, and that is what caused them to be exposed to toxins, or just a completely fabricated sea legend. So that is an unanswered question from finger quote history. You want more? Or are you done?
What else you
Well,
got?
Lunch doesn't listen to half the crap.
How
so I
much
don't look
more
at
you
it.
Looking
got?
at lunchbox.
I don't even understand what we're. I mean, like
Number
that,
7, the Mary Celeste mystery. She's an American merchant ship. Mary Celeste, the name of the ship, was found adrift in the Atlantic Ocean. No crew, fully stocked, no signs of struggle. Like the Mary Celeste, which is out there, it's like you found a party boat, a party barge full of beer and alcohol and full of gas. It's running, and there's nobody around for.
No captain?
Nothing.
For sure, One-Eyed Willie was on there.
One Eye Willie is from.
Goonies.
Um,
Or is that Pirates of the Caribbean?
it could. Well, so one of the theories is pirates got the boat,
Yeah.
but they didn't take the stuff because it was full of stuff. Okay. Most unexplained things in American history. I'll give you a couple other ones. Maybe you know about the Lost Colony of Roanoke. Do you guys care about that one?
Wait a second. No. Are these the natives?
Over 100 English settlers disappeared from Roanoke Island, leaving behind one cryptic word carved into a post. The word was like, it's not Croatian, but it's like Croatian with an O instead of, but they wrote that in, that's it. That's the one word. They were all gone. 100 settlers gone, disappeared. One word.
But they don't know who, like, did the people that took them write it or the people that got taken write it?
The theory, there's a couple theories. One, they integrated with a tribe, which feels weird to me.
Maybe that's, yeah.
The two, they were killed by a local tribe or Spanish forces. And they can talk about droughts and stuff, but I mean, 100 settlers were just gone with a word written. And then it goes to, what about aliens? Could something have come down? An alien is a funny word, little green men, but
yeah. And they wrote Croatia.
Well,
Croatian. They could have misspelled it.
I don't think so. They probably don't even speak English. D.B. Cooper, we talked about that.
Oh yeah.
D.B. Cooper hijacked a plane, demanded $200,000, and then jumped out in a parachute, never to be seen again. And they found money on the ground. He was just gone.
Like, did he make it?
They got
Did he
drawings of this dude. And so the theories are, one, he made it. We never knew who he was. Two, he died while jumping. The money was discovered, some of it was, near a river. So the D.B. Cooper thing's wild, and people still debate on that one. Do you know about that one, Lunchbox?
Yeah, I do know about that one, and that one's actually interesting because I've heard of it. Some of these are from like I don't even know when, so it's like so far back that I'm like, no, you're never gonna know. But this guy probably died on the way down.
When was this?
I was like in the 60s.
Yeah, I think 70,
50s, I think.
71 maybe. Was it 70s? Yeah. I tossed my sheet. I think it was 70s. Edgar Allan Poe's death. Do you know what he wrote, by the way?
Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah,
The Raven.
Mm-hmm. Edgar Allan Poe was found delirious in Baltimore wearing clothes that weren't his, which is why they're the Ravens, by the way, the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah.
Like, how long ago was Edgar Allan Poe alive?
1849 was the death of him.
Okay.
71.
So he was found delirious in Baltimore wearing clothes that weren't his, and he kept calling out the name Reynolds. He died shortly after. They don't know what happened. So the theories are common, alcohol poisoning, but also like rabies, which if you got bit by something, then it wasn't like you went to the doctor and they knew what was going on. Carbon monoxide poisoning or brain disease. Or something called cooping, which is forced election fraud where people were kidnapped, drugged, and then made to vote multiple times.
Dang.
And they
What? That's crazy.
it's kind of the lead theory that they feel like that's what happened to him. He was cooped. Kind of a cool name, but not a cool thing. The Phoenix Lights from 1997. Thousands of people in Arizona reported seeing a massive silent V-shaped formation of lights hovering in the sky. Thousands of people, not three,
That's
that were
different.
drunk outside a trailer park.
Yep.
So the theories are secret military aircraft testing, a natural atmospheric phenomenon, or extraterrestrial activity, but unexplained. This is the 90s. 2. Oh, man, I've read so much about the Amelia Earhart disappearance and, like, pictures that she may be in the background of if she was, like, taken. So Amelia Earhart tried to do what, Lunchbox?
Fly across the Atlantic.
Fly around the world.
That's what I meant.
She and her navigator disappeared over the Pacific. No wreckage was found, which is...
So she was on the end of her journey.
Yeah, towards the end.
Coming back around because she had left the...
So they,
Atlantic side.
you know, did Japan take her? They find her and get her. Like, that's really one of the theories. The easiest one is it just crashed and sank in the ocean, right? It crashed and sank in the ocean. It's down in the... But nothing is ever washed up. The ocean also pretty big. And if it's in the middle of it, pretty big. It's like that one flight that disappeared.
Yeah, the Malaysian.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy.
Another one of the popular theories, they landed on a remote island and then perished there. But the real one is they were captured by the Japanese because Japanese believed they were spies. And they might have been.
I'd be like, you haven't gotten word? I'm Amelia Earhart. I'm trying to be The first woman to fly around the world.
But that's the cover.
And the news was like you couldn't. Like, how do you tell the whole world you're flying across the world then?
But famous people were often the cover as spies.
Yeah. Oh, so you believe that one, the spy?
Do I think? Probably. Yeah, probably.
You think she was a spy?
I think there was probably some spy-ish activities happening. Even if it wasn't her main thing, I do think that they probably were involved in gathering intelligence, yes.
Really?
Yeah. I think that happened throughout history with many, many famous people. Because they're famous and you know them, it's hiding in plain sight. Number one's a Zodiac Killer. A serial killer in California taunted police with like letters and like codes, very cryptic codes, and was never caught. There's a new Netflix documentary about it where they think they got it, but even then, it's like, did they really? Was it multiple people?
Oh, they never caught anyone?
Copycats, maybe.
Multiple suspects have been named, including Arthur Lee Allen and Gary Post, but none were proven definitively. Some people do believe the Zodiac was never one person, but a group. And maybe a group working together, maybe a group of people that weren't. But the thing was, if they weren't working together and it was copycats, usually copycats aren't as smart as the original, and all of them were like unable to be caught.
Right.
Which is why they believe it was the same person. Whomever it is dead now. But it's like Jack the Ripper.
Oh, yeah.
I do think if I were back then, I could have been a serial killer easily.
And gotten away with it?
Why do you think that?
Because if they don't see you do it, you didn't do it. You could have gotten away with it easy. There's no DNA. There's no DNA evidence. There's no evidence at all.
There's nothing, really.
That's how you get away with anything. Even like in the 60s.
Yeah.
You commit crimes like crazy.
Yeah. That's why Ted Bundy just moved states.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, I know.
They didn't even talk to each other. States.
Right.
It was like Dukes of Hazzard where they'd be like, wow, it's another state.
Get to that county
cross that line, man.
Get to that county line. So, okay, well, maybe that wasn't the desired audience for that segment.
I thought it was.
I mean, some of it's just over my head. You think too deep.
No, I don't think
about
it's
like the linear
deep.
time travel,
Just
and
different.
I'm like, what in the world? I didn't know what that means, so I'm just like,
Because that's not what you're into.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying. I'm saying I don't understand it, so I'm like,
No, I get it.
I don't even know what he was saying when he's saying linear time travel. I'm like, I don't even know what that means.
No, just linear. Like time is
like right now
understood to be linear, meaning in a straight line, like tick tock, time only goes one direction.
Linear.
Oh yeah, it does. It goes that way.
Linear.
Right.
Can't go
Just
backwards.
But like
Correct.
other
Can't
things
rewind
in
it.
life, not linear.
Mm-hmm. You could if you have a time machine, like Eddie asked.
Yeah,
that's why we talked about that.
That was it. All right. Well, all right.
Golly, I'm still thinking about that guy from Hobby Lobby.
Yeah, that's terrible, man.
and we've told that.
I know you
story.
have. We
know if I've
tell a
ever
lot
heard
of
that.
things. Yeah, now that I'm had a little moment with it, I do remember now, and I am just like shocked.
I remember like one day you forgot your lunch and you ate a bunch of paydays.
Yeah, paydays.
And got sick. That's why I've not had one since.
Like I remember that story.
It wasn't lunch. It was dinner because it was after school.
Okay, forget the details, man.
Yeah, but
I'm just saying I didn't know about the
Jeez.
the
but
machine
he's
guy.
told payday way more than he's told
The other one's dark.
Real
And
dark.
I didn't work there when it happened. It was after I was gone.
Dead Day.
But it was just, hey, did you hear?
I wonder if he was involved in something else.
Stop.
You know what I mean?
Amy,
No,
stop.
I don't.
Amy, stop.
There was no reason to think that at all. But he had the money, and they were
I know he had
walking
the
out of the
money.
back.
Just take the money. You don't have to put me in the compactor and then.
That's what you would do, but
But why would you think he was involved in anything?
Oh, I don't know, because I'm like, why else?
Because Amy watches too many crime shows
Yeah.
where everybody is
I'm not
tied
trying
to something.
I'm like, maybe he knew something else. I'm not saying he was a bad person in any way, but like maybe somehow they're like, we need to get rid of this guy. To me, just like the Hobby Lobby money bag.
They could have just killed him to rob him, and then they were like, "Oh crap, we got to do something with the money."
Yeah, maybe killed him accidentally. They didn't mean to kill him.
Sure, or
Okay.
you just kill him to
That
rob him.
I can get behind. No, because like now take the money, and if you get caught, you're in jail for stealing money. You murder him, now you're in jail for murder.
life. Yeah,
It's very different.
I hear you, but you're putting a rational
Yes, I am.
question on an irrational act.
Yeah.
Where if you go up and rob somebody and all of a sudden they're like, no, and they pull a gun or knife
Right.
on you, you just shoot them and kill them because you
Okay.
feel threatened and you're the one that was robbing. So now we got to do something with the body.
I understand.
Yeah, that's it.
that's crazy.
It's crazy. Totally.
Well, I'm gonna give that a C minus. That's the one I do in my room by myself, I guess.
You do it later today again.
I do it all again. That one wasn't that
Hey,
one.
Stanley
That one
Eller,
wasn't received
come
very
here.
well. What do you guys think about Roanoke, guys? Okay, that's it. I don't think there's anything else today that I needed to get to in the post show. It's not the post show anymore. Extra podcast. My work. Let's see. Is this something, Mike?
I don't know how true this is.
I don't want to.
Yeah, it's a Facebook post.
What? Well, what is it? Say it.
It's about the Hobby Lobby.
Mm-mm.
What's it about? Amelia.
You know what? I'm not. That's not for me to read because
okay.
that is too. I never heard that before.
If you can really cite a Facebook comment
You
too.
can't, if we have to cite Facebook comments,
Like from our page?
nah,
Well, just tell us what it had to do with
nah.
the boat in the ocean with all the stuff.
Yep, that one. Time travel.
Oh,
From the future.
Oh, the
USA.
colony.
Hey,
The
from
colony.
the future, I just told myself, don't do this segment that Mike has put up on the screen because you might get in trouble.